Look at you changing colors. You see your whiskers? What color are they? Huh? Green, yellow, orange, red, blue. Say, Daddy, look at Gendarme. See him? Look at those cats. You're all done with the cat? Oh, you're so beautiful. Look at those pretty eyes. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Scarlet.
What should have been a scene of jubilation has turned tragic here today, folks. We await news on the Hudson Hornet's condition. After such a devastating crash, we can only hope.
No, don't stick your finger on it. Let me see. There we go. Okay, be still. Cheese. Oh, look at that pretty smile. Such a pretty smile. Hey guys, so it's Friday, June 5th, and we are still in the hospital. Yesterday Scarlett went for her, so we got admitted the 3rd. They sent us upstairs to start observation, and then yesterday we saw Scarlett's neurosurgeon, and he said that he wanted to get an EEG done on her and an MRI to see if we could see anything else that was going on. They let her eat yesterday, and she ate all day. She had a pretty good appetite most of the day. Once she got to the evening, she was kind of fussy and didn't want to eat. We went for the MRI, and she did not like it, so they canceled it, and then said that they would contact him and see what he wanted to do, because by the time that they did it, he was in a surgery, and he wasn't going to be out for a while, so they were going to wait. So by that time it was 6 p.m. and then we had dinner, which, like I said, she didn't really eat. She started getting fussy and lethargic again. Most of yesterday she was in a really good mood, which is how she's been acting for us. So it was weird. We had 2 neurologists come by and talk to us, and we went through the whole questions. Oh, sorry, it's 6 a.m. Scarlett's awake. She had a pretty restless night last night. She was not happy. We gave her Motrin and Zofran, and she was still crying, like she was in pain, and coughing and gagging like she was gonna throw up. She never threw up, but we couldn't really give her anything else because we didn't have anything stronger ordered. So, and the EEG stuff isn't really Scarlett. It's not painful. So she just she was, so I got a little bit of footage of her getting it put on, but I had to stop halfway through because like they had to put this glue on it, which you can see right here that it's glue, like a little bit glued to her face, and she didn't like it because it was wet, so I had to help distract her so that they could finish it. So they have them all little bitty things all over her head. She didn't really like it. She's kind of mad right now. She woke up crying again. And luckily the nurses were in here so they saw her. So this morning we're waiting for two things. Neurology to come in and see if they're ready to take all this stuff off. And then our neurosurgeon to see if he wants to do a sedated MRI, which is when they'll put her to sleep to do it. That way she doesn't hear any of the sound or anything. Because yesterday they put a movie on and put little earmuffs on her, and she heard it and she got scared and just started screaming, so they pulled her out. Good morning, Scarlett. She's not feeling well, so hopefully the doctors come in and see, and she's still acting like this, because yesterday she was in a good mood. She was smiling and playing with them and talking to them. So, and I told them, I'm like, well, this is how she's been. She's been happy, and then like later that day or the next day, she's sad and crying like she's in pain. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll keep you guys updated. So Scarlett has moved from her bed. We got temporarily unplugged, but we moved our IV. She wanted to sit in Mama's bed because apparently it looked more comfy. And we just got the word, hold on, pause it, that we're not doing a sedated MRI so she can eat. So the nurse brought her 2 bags of Teddy Grahams until we get her lunch tray. Oh, one from Mama? Yeah. Mama gets one too. Well, we are waiting to talk to the neurologist. No, we talked to the neurologist. We are waiting to talk to the neurosurgeon to see what we're gonna do next. So we have gotten the EEG back, we got the CT back, and the EEG showed no signs of seizure activity, no signs of stroke in the x-rays or the CT, no signs of shunt malfunction in the CT. The doctors did point out that in some of her labs she tested positive for rhinovirus. So it's a fancy word for common cold. So they're either thinking that or migraines. So we're going to go home. They're discharging us. We're going to go home and play this out for the next couple of days. See how, if she just like gets better on her own with this, and see if it was just a common cold, or see if she has any more migraines if they continue, and then if they do, we're going to start monitoring with, or start treating with Motrin, which is what they suggested. And they said if she's still the same way while on Motrin and having them, then they're going to prescribe a migraine medication. But they want to make sure that Motrin works before they hand out a prescription for something. So we're gonna do that, and then they're gonna give us a GI consult so that we can get back in to see the GI doctor to make sure that it's not anything GI related. So we have some things marked off. We were worried that she was having seizures that we weren't noticing, and it's not that. Not a shunt malfunction. Well, they said if it is a shunt malfunction, it's a slow one, so we would need to just monitor and see if anything changes, or if this hopefully doesn't continue for, they said if it's a slow one, it could take weeks to months for it to get big enough to show. But as of now, if he were to try and go in, he wouldn't be able to help her because her ventricles are so small. He'd have to pull the tubing out, and then he would not be able to put it back in. So he wouldn't even try it until she gets further along. So now we are in here watching TV and waiting to go home so that we can spend the weekend at home and try to get back into our normal lives. So that's all that we have for this eventful 2 weeks. We'll see y'all next time. Scarlett is watching her Daniel Tiger and playing with her Margaret doll while we wait to be discharged. She looks different now because she didn't have all that stuff in her hair. Right? Scarlett, how do you feel? Scarlett, how do you feel? Are you playing with Margaret? Scarlett, can you tell me how you feel today? Do you feel happy? I'm so glad. Is your tummy still hurting, Scarlett? Is your head still hurting? No, she's been in better spirits this afternoon. So hopefully that continues. Scarlett, are you ready? Yeah? With all of our stuff. Scar, you ready to go home? Si j'entends, that's right. You do? You want what? Your tablet.
Hello.
You want your tablet? Okay, fine. You can have your tablet. You can have your tablet.
Mommy,
You gonna get it?
can you make me toast?
What are you doing? Silly girl. That goes on your neck, not your head.